And there we go, we're back. Hello. This is yet another online Band of Badgers campaign. We're going to be doing a mini campaign, if you've ever heard of a mini campaign before. We're going to be doing something loosely based on an encounter per week. So we're going to be doing something that came out, that was released by DnDBeyond last summer, and it ties in with our other Avernus campaigns that we're doing. But this is called the Road Baldur's Gate. And it happens while a bunch of heroes, that's you people, are on the road. We get to have a few encounters. And the situation is we'll be playing this on a fortnightly basis on a Friday night. I'm assuming it is still, is it Friday today?
Yes, it is Friday today.
For the audience that's watching, we are in the UK and we are in isolation. This is why we're going online. So a lot of this is still new to us, but we are in desperate need for D&D adventures of some kind. That's why we're here, and we're doing loads of mini adventures like this over this period. So we all stay in contact. We're all happy and healthy during this time. So actually, before we continue, cheers. It's got invisible.
Cheers!
Cheers. Happy, healthy,
Skål.
isolation. We're all still good. So, as I was saying, this is an encounter per session. So we have 3 hours, or rather you have 3 hours, to strategize and overcome whatever the encounter may be. Now, this is for low-level characters only. You're only going to get as high as level 4. And the majority
is the heights of level 4.
Exactly, yeah. So the majority of the adventure is going to be set at level 3. But it should make things more challenging. There is no, I beat that guy, I won the day, we go up a level. There's no XP, there's no milestones. You go up when I say you can, and not before. So the first thing we're going to do is just to explain the story a bit more. And I have some invisible props, which might work, might not.
Good CGI.
Yeah, fantastic CGI. We have a map.
Ooh.
So this is the map that you will get. Ready? Catch. Thank you. Someone made an effort there. I will send you a copy of the map via WhatsApp right now, if I can. Technology work. Oh, not that one. This one. Boom. There we go. That's on its way to you. So you can have a look at this. It's not, you're not going to need this completely, but it's a nice reference piece. And if you like, I can send you a color version too. Basically, this story, this campaign, you will start at Waterdeep and you will end up at Baldur's Gate. That is it. Whatever reason you happen to be going there, that is up to you to decide. You all know each other. You may have been on some small adventures before. There may be a reason you're leaving Waterdeep to go to Baldur's Gate. For whatever that reason is, as soon as you reach Baldur's Gate, that is the end of the game. You have achieved what you set out to do. You are not on a wagon. You are not taking a caravan. You each have your own horse. So if you are a dwarf, you might have a pony. If you're a halfling, maybe you've got a riding dog, a mastiff or something like that. Otherwise, you will be a normal riding horse. You will not be proficient in your riding horse. You will not be a knight with a lance and a horse covered in metal. You are simple adventurers off to make a name for themselves. But for whatever reason you come up with, that's entirely up to you. So that's what we can talk about this evening. The trip is apparently 450 miles. Now, based on, not my maths, 750 miles, both on road and off road through some wilderness. That's 24 miles a day, and every 10 days you have a stop. Now, I've sent you a link to DnDBeyond. Feel free to put your characters in there, start reserving a spot. And some details are in there as well. but we estimate it's going to take 45 days to complete your journey, assuming nothing else happens. Of course it will. So you might get there on time, you might not. We are going to be playing this evening on session 0. This is what we're just going to be here talking about. So we have no fancy graphics, we have no maps. But next week will be the first game. So a couple of things I'd like you to do is to send me your character portrait so that I can create the battle maps for us if we need to. I need you to have a think about your character a bit more, what you want to achieve, but also plan your character. In the first session, you probably will reach level 2. So have a think about that because it might happen in game. So we don't want to slow the pace of the game down. We just want to keep playing. So have a think about what you want to do for levels 1, 2, and 3. Make a note, have that near you. This isn't a puzzle game. This isn't a mystery game. You probably won't need to take notes from session 1 to session 10, but you're welcome to do that. Each session should be a brand new encounter, unless for some reason it takes longer than 3 hours, and we'll do what we can to kind of catch up. Any questions about the story that you'd like to know so far that I haven't already covered?
Nope.
Nope.
So, with the power of the lottery finger, Steve, you're first to roll stats. You can't see. On my window, it says Steve is there. It's like, Jeff.
You were pointing at Sarah.
Steve. So my screen is the one that's been recorded, hopefully. There we go, yes. So, on you go, Steve.
So, all right, so you can see dice cam.
Dice cam.
So that's a 6, 6, and a 3, which is a 15.
Yep, good start. Here we go.
Here we go. 15, 15, 15, 17. Deja vu.
Yeah, thanks for the jinx, Steph.
It's a dumpster.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. It's a 10. Oh, Christ, and I'm like 10.
10.
That's 3, 4, so that's a 12.
So Sarah, just to recap, you rolled a 4 dice. You remove the lowest dice.
I'm trying to work this out. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Remove the lowest dice, and then you add up those 3 dice that you have.
That's a 13, that one, Dave.
13.
And the last roll is roll them 2 again, because they're 2 1s. 15.
That was lucky. 1, 2,
No, it
3,
weren't.
4, 5, 6. I would have just said that was 11.
Ones get rolled again.
Oh,
Why
okay,
didn't
right.
ones get rolled again? Because I would have said that was 11 as well.
Because you drop the lowest number, so if you roll 2 of the same, then that leaves you with only 2 dice. So that's why you roll them again.
Okay.
That's how we always used to do it when I started playing. Obviously, the house rules would vary, so it's an 11 to Dave's rules.
I'm okay. You get 15.
Okay.
So that beats the minimum score, though, Steve. Are you happy with it?
Well, if it beats the minimum score, I don't have a choice, do I?
You don't have a choice, no.
Minimum. How much does it beat it by?
You're 1.
Not much.
It's 75. That beats it by 6. So I think the minimum score's 69, isn't it? We said
69.
Dudes. Right. Next up is Joe. Joe.
Cool. Slide my.
Slide to the left.
Need to remove my background, I think, because it's not liking it.
Yep.
See that?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Is that 3 1s?
No, it's
Oh.
1.
Oh my god.
I can reroll
Right, let's just say that's your warm-up.
You got to love a generous DM.
that.
Right, you need see if you can roll towards this end of the dice tray. There you go. Obviously, in the white one we can't read.
The white one just blurs out. Yeah.
The white one's always a 6. Handy that. Right, I'm going to ask you to replace your white dice so we can see them.
Is that all better?
Nope.
Or
The blue
What
one
else
I
we
can see
got?
in the
Green-
corner. That
green
one
one?
there.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Go on then, I'll let you have the green. You got a 12.
Yeah.
Okay, you go. That's your first roll. Second roll.
Oh, I can
There's-
see a re-roll of entirety coming on.
You got a 10. 10.
10 again.
You're a farmer's assistant.
Yeah, it is that way, isn't it?
A librarian.
10.
This is, yeah.
12.
12. So one more, yeah?
Yep.
12 again.
And 12. Steve, does that hit minimum? We got
Sorry, what was
three,
it adding up to?
3 12s and 3 10s.
Yeah, I got 66.
That's 36, 66. No, that doesn't.
Okay, so Joe, you get a re-roll.
What, one or all of them?
No, the whole lot.
The whole lot.
Re-roll.
Oh my God.
Roll. Do you need some new dice as well? We had this problem last time, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah, we did. So that doesn't even pass the minimum single stats. So just discount that one and start from scratch.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did he borrow these? Did he borrow these dice off Pete?
Yeah. Have you left them on the radiator or something? Leave them in the sun.
There we go.
11.
Right. Roll 1 is 11. Here we go. And we're off.
12.
6, 7, 8, 6, 7,
12.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
10.
No, you got 2 2s, so roll both 2s again.
Okay. So 14.
14. Okay.
13.
Yep.
11.
11. Dice table.
12.
12.
12.
That's all
Okay.
good.
No, well, it beats the minimum. Well done, Farmer Joe. Okay. So, Sarah,
I'm
you're up.
burying these dice.
You've seen how it's been done, how to do it
I have. I'm
properly,
gonna
and how not to do it
take
properly.
the webcam off. There we go.
Just hope your dice didn't come from the same factory as Joe's.
We can't see the screen, Sarah. You might have
You
to turn the
can't see me,
virtual
can you?
background.
Hang on. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay. Can you see that? No.
Nope.
Oh, there we go.
I got 2 2s.
3 2s and a 4.
So roll 3 2s again.
2 1s and a 3.
Oh God.
So roll the 2 1s again.
5 and a 2.
So it's
Can you zoom? Are you
12.
lift the camera back a bit?
Trying to. I've not got a very long cable.
It's just. Wow.
Ah,
Oh, motion
now
sickness.
there's more cable. Sorry.
There you go.
There we go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. And we're off.
So I've rolled 12. So does that go into strength, or do we choose
No,
that later?
we'll choose that later.
Okay.
So you got a 12.
Got a 12. Okay, that's fine. So
Oh,
Oh, that looks
double
better.
6.
Yeah.
Oh,
double
yeah,
6.
665.
17.
Well done.
Yeah.
Awesome roll.
Well done. Next one.
You know it's luck, right?
I find Sarah by those things.
Yeah, can I let Sarah roll my stats?
There you go. So 16 that time.
Well done. See, that's the dice you need, Joe.
I didn't tell which way up they are on the
Oh,
screen.
that's a
So
9.
I've got 7, 9.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Are we rolling 9, Steve?
No, 9's okay. It was 8s we were re-rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
House rules.
I've got 14 this time.
Okay. One more.
Happy with
Have a
that?
roll. Yeah.
No, well, that looks like a re-roll.
That's a 10.
Oh, it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. It's a 10. Okay.
Is that me done?
That's you done. Well done. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay, Jeff, you're up.
Well, let me take off the background because it doesn't seem to like that.
Yep.
Let's go with that. Boom.
Hello, foot.
Yeah, it's my foot on the floor. Oh crap! Right, still got to stand up.
You do like the
Can you
look of
see
those
that?
dice, though, yeah.
Yeah, these are all weighted exactly the same, and they're exactly the same to the nanometer dimension.
They're weighted to 6s, are they?
No, does it look like it?
10.
You adding up, Dave?
13.
653.
14.
Oh God, 632.
11.
How many more is that?
2 more
2
rolls.
more.
2 more. Oh God, 433.
10.
And 655.
Nice. 16.
Yep, that's your rolls. And you
Nice.
succeed. Well done.
Oh, next time I'm not sitting on the floor. God damn it.
Do you want me to tell you what those stats are, Jeff?
Yeah, stay there a sec. And go.
Okay, you got a 10,
Yeah.
13,
13,
14,
14,
11,
11,
10,
10.
16.
Hey. I can work with those.
So, guys, now it's over to you. What kind of party do you want to be? Steve's already got Lupo in mind, apparently. He's already risen to space. Steve, tell us about Lupo.
So I am a fighter. I am an ex-gladiator. I'm about 40 years of age, a grizzled veteran, and I am leaving Waterdeep because I'm on the run from a criminal syndicate after a betting scandal on some fights I was involved in went bad.
You could have kept that bit quiet, Steve. That would have been possibly interesting. I could have used that as a story. But hey ho. You've got to come up with something new now.
Well, you did say you did say at the start of the round that my party knew me. So
Yeah, they
assumed
might not
that we
know
knew the reason.
you.
Okay.
They might go, yeah, that Lupo is a really
Lupo's
good bloke.
alright.
Yeah.
I'm an open person. What can I say?
We're all on the hit list now, Steve. What do you mean? What have you done to us? So, over to you guys. What do you want to do? You have a grizzled, middle-aged veteran gladiator.
I was thinking human druid of some sort. I haven't really thought much beyond that regarding backstory or anything.
It doesn't really need to be much in terms of backstory, apart from you guys already know each other. and why going from Waterdeep to Baldur's Gate? Why are you making that journey? Could be every, mum's birthday, that kind of thing. Why do you want to make that?
Heard they have toilet roll.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Hoarding toilet roll and flour.
Isolation is over, and we're like,
Yeah.
Get out.
Straight to Baldur's Gate.
let's do a month and a bit on the road, get some fresh air.
So, what were you having in mind, Sarah Jane?
I don't really know. I mean, I've only played a paladin and a barbarian, so something maybe a bit different. But I'm not really sure what would fit in with the party.
A multi-class paladin barbarian.
Yeah, I do quite fancy some spell casting, but if somebody else has their heart set on that, then I'll come up with something different.
No, I'm happy to change, but druids aren't really healers or spellcasters as such. I suppose they're more different, aren't they? But yeah,
Sorry, I was just going to say, I've got to admit, I was going to wait and see what you guys picked first before I choose what I'm going to be.
Well,
but if more than two of us have got that same idea, then maybe we should just have a chat about it.
in the other game, just out of interest, we also, we had a similar situation. So two of the characters off camera had an idea of they become twins, so it's brother and sister. So then, they just come up with their own kind of backstory, how they looked, who looked after them, and when we went into the campaign, it kind of makes sense about their connection. Their campaign is a story campaign. This one isn't. This one is a series of encounters, but something else we can add to the mix. Player's Handbook. Can't see it on this. There we go.
Player's Invisible Book.
Yeah, it's so good you can't see it. Top secret Player's Handbook is if you turn to page. It's a really strong beer.
Talking like Yoda. If page return to.
I've got not sponsored by, but Birra Moretti.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. I can highly recommend.
Got Stella.
Oh, beating the wife tonight then, Dave. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're going to roll percentage. So again, let's do it in reverse order. Jeff, roll percentage for me.
Oh, that means I've got to unpack the dice of diceness.
Sorry, I'll give you a minute then. Go on then.
No, it's all right. Yeah. No, it's not.
Everyone else, get your percentage dice ready, because you'll all get a go.
Right. Okay.
Don't need to do it on camera. You can just.
Oh, okay. Just move those dice out of the way. 78.
78. Okay, so these are trinkets, and the way I like to use trinkets is it's something, when you write in your background history and you do your equipment list and you get your starters kit, your Dungeoneers pack or your Explorers pack. A trinket is something that can help you do something, whether it might become useful in the story at some point. We will be doing a little bit of role play, but that's kind of like during resting periods or divvying up and things like that. Or you can put it in your background. It's more fun for you that you have something weird, but you can discuss that with the other characters should they notice or if you bring up a conversation. So Jeff, you got a 78. You have in your possession an ornate scabbard, but it doesn't fit any blade that you have had so far.
Okay.
So
very
it could be a
interesting.
family heirloom, you could have found it in a junk shop, whatever. For whatever reason, you decided to keep it. Maybe it just looks good, it's got a dragon on it or something. That's up to you to come up with some ideas around what it is.
Okay.
Let me know offline.
Yep.
And maybe it's something we put into the story. The story is very limited, but maybe we can put something in.
Cool.
Okay. Sarah.
Yes. Do you need to see these dice?
Sarah was Sarah. Yep. No, just roll. It's your own fun.
22.
22. 2 twos.
22.
2
Two
twos.
twos.
It's not facing a jar, is it?
That was good though. That was good. So you have in your possession a small wooden statue of a smug-looking halfling.
Smug looking. Okay.
That's
What-
brilliant from a character point of view.
What you can do with that, you have no ideas. Also, the only reason I'm wearing this is old. Stream of Many Eyes was a few years ago now. The only reason I'm wearing it is because it's got water deep on the back. See?
Yeah.
Ah.
Keep it on topic. You see. Right, who's next? That was Sarah. That was Joe. Your D100s.
What's 3 zeros? Is that 100?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Awesome.
Okay.
You have a sword +5.
You have in your
Makes up for my
possession.
crap rolls for my stats.
Yeah,
maybe we'll find out in a sec.
yeah, might not be that good. So you have in your possession a metal urn containing the ashes of a fallen hero.
Okay.
Cool.
Or at least that's what the guy who sold it to you said.
Just add water.
Yeah.
Just have more. Penman's gravy.
Yeah.
Right, Steve, you're up.
That's a number I can't read from here. 46.
46. Okay, you like your glass bottles.
No,
Right.
I do like glass bottles.
For possession, you have inside a clear glass bottle. Could be a wine bottle, could be a glass jar, a jam jar. You have a dead sprite.
Is that
Maybe
like a
it's
flat
something you-
sprite?
Yeah,
Yeah.
flat sprite.
I was just going to say, is that diet or regular?
Maybe it's something you like to shake, splat around, or there's no air holes. Some kids got it and didn't put the air holes in
Like
it.
pickles or something at least.
Oh, that's gruesome.
It's just in a jar, not pickled.
No pickle.
Pickled.
Okay.
There you go. And if you make a note of those on your character backgrounds and stories and sheets and stuff like that, then it just helps to remind me. I didn't take a note of that, so
No, sorry, I've made a note of mine.
Cool.
I'm sure everyone has.
we'll try and work it into the story somehow, somewhere. But it's also something, you know, sometimes it's nice when you have a role-playing opportunity, and you just go, oh, look at this, I have a jar of a bake it, and someone goes, what the hell are you doing with that? So there we go. So characters, what you thinking? We have Lupo the Gladiator and 3 undecisive people, which isn't going to work.
Gladiator ready.
Whereas what I'll do is I'll go through here and we'll just randomly roll classes and
Well,
races.
I'm thinking something along the lines of a ranger or something ranged.
Good choice.
'cause I
You will
quite-
be on the road and you will be going into the wilderness.
Yeah, I quite fancy using a ranged character like longbow, you know, something like that.
And
for a
who
change.
knows if this map is correct?
Mm.
Maybe you got it from the same person who had that urn with the ashes.
Urn
You know.
full of gravy.
You got the
Yeah,
urn
yeah.
and you got the map at the same time.
It's 100% heroes' ashes, mate. That's what it is.
And the buried treasure, X marks the spot.
Worth every penny.
Just because it tastes of beef, don't worry about it.
Or maybe he's recently turned to ash and he used to live in Baldur's Gate. So you're all fans and you're gonna deliver him.
Maybe it's a case
Dude,
of just add water and he comes back to life.
To his final resting place.
Yeah.
So the bond I chose on DnDBeyond when I created my character was that I idolised an ancient legendary hero that I try and emulate in all things that I do in my life. So there's a link there if you are carrying that legendary hero's ashes.
So there you go. You could all be part of the same fan
Yeah, that's
club,
cool.
and away you go. Maybe the person in the ashes was also a gladiator. You know, as you could be.
Yeah. Have you got any ideas, Sarah? As to...
Maybe since I've picked up this smug-looking halfling statue, I could be a halfling rider, whatever halflings ride.
Weirdly, I've just got this whole kind of gladiatorial aspect going on now, and this kind of Mexican masked halfling wrestler riding on a dog into the ring. Like,
You could be a
I have no
halfling,
idea.
Steve, Steve, you have to call your character Macho Libre.
That's exactly why in my head. I'm not quite sure the strength's high enough to cut the macho though.
It doesn't matter. It's all about the bravado.
Don't forget whatever racial stats and bonuses you'll have as well. You're not going to get if you pick was it variant, you might get a feat.
Yeah, I've gone variant human.
Yeah, but the stat bonus might be better than a feat, but that's entirely up to you. Bear in mind you'll barely get to level 4, so don't plan on getting to a feat. Work with what you got.
I was thinking, as a human variant druid, and taking healer as a feat, so we've got some healing spells at least.
Yep.
Probably not going to lead a rogue. I doubt
If you wanted to go
dungeon delving.
spellcaster, go.
Yeah, what could a halfling be that would be useful to the group?
What are they?
Ascot.
You could go halfling sorcerer.
Yeah.
You could go some sort of mad mage charging round on mastiff, a largest dog or something like that.
That would be amazing. I'll do that.
I think there's a shadow sorcerer that gives you some stealth abilities or roguelike abilities. I can't remember what a shadow sorcerer does, to be honest, unless that's the grave one. I'd have to look.
Okay.
But sorcerer would be quite good. And it's not as many spells to manage as a wizard. So you can sort of just focus towards damage.
Also, just via WhatsApp, I'm going to send you a coloured version of just so you can see it. So the journey is, so there's Waterdeep, and you follow it south on the Tradeway Road. I'm pointing to nothing again, look. Just disappeared. There, follow it down, and that will take you all the way down, past Daggerford, all the way down to Dragonspear Castle, and then south from there is where you go into the wilderness until you hit the bridge, Borsky Bridge. Then further south again, the Tradeway picks up, and you'll go to Tyr and Scornable, where you can pick up a boat and go across the Grimford River all the way to Baldur's Gate. So a bit of a boop and a boop.
Boop and a boop.
A boop and a boop. So, Jeff's thinking about being a ranger. The skill is quite useful.
Yeah, I was just actually going through it. Yeah, I'm probably 98% sure I'm going to be a ranger.
I'm just going to check.
Probably elf.
What I've got here. Sarah gave me a little list.
Probably more beer next time.
So, I've got 2 bottles of semi-skim milk, some easy peelers.
Can I hear someone's telly?
No, it's a shopping list.
In the background, I'm really sorry. It doesn't have a mute button.
Right. I think my
What, your husband doesn't have a mute button? What the hell?
I think my children are slowly killing each other next door, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
If you have any comments about this, below. Semi-skimmed, Normal milk, blue top, red top.
Semi-skim.
It's for my nan. He's got her shopping for her. So he's just checking because he keeps trying to talk to me to get me to confirm what's on the list.
Oh god.
Evidently, I'm not giving him good enough information, so he's just phoning her up just to find out if she wanted satsumas and milk and
Satsumas or oranges, yeah. Oh, it's crazy times, isn't it? Crazy times.
really crazy.
Yeah, so when's the first sesh, Dave? Proper sesh next week?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Just filling
1
some
week.
time.
yeah, no, that's cool.
And then next Friday, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
We will play the first session. We'll be recording it as well. So you at home can watch it too and enjoy the misadventures of this gladiatorial wrestling troupe from Waterloo. Masked wrestlers.
With pointy ears.
You go an elf then?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a pointy elf sucker, yeah. Might call him something like, I've been thinking of this cool name, Garrison? Might call him.
It's a good name.
Your eyebrow there, Dave. Yeah, nice one. Sorry, for the guys that don't realise, Dave had a famous elf character called Garrison.
Famous, yes.
Famous. Infamous.
Infamous.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. So we've got kind of an idea from Jeff. Steve's already sorted. Sarah, we're going with this kind of mixed up.
Yep.
What-
I think I'm definitely going to go Ranger now. Decided, definitely. I think my backstory is going to just be that these guys have hired me to actually lead them to Baldur's Gate safely.
It can be, yep.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yep.
Means Jeff has to make all your decisions on the road for you.
No.
It's not a
I'm
bad
gonna
deal,
leave that
really,
to
is
the
it?
dice. Yeah, I'm gonna. Every time we have a decision, I'm gonna roll a dice.
You get a fork in the road, just going,
Yeah, left or right. Well, 1 and 2 on a D4 is left. 3 and 4 is right.
And Joe, what are we going for?
Yeah, human druid.
Okay.
Human variant druid.
So, any last questions? Obviously, we can do more offline. Go on.
Yes. What are we doing for things like starting equipment and starting gold or whatever? You know.
Good question. Okay, so it's all starting equipment that you want to have. As I said, you all have a mount, but you're not proficient, but you have a mount.
Yeah, so we can canter, but we can't gallop and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah.
So we
Travel
can
light.
stay on.
Yeah, we can stay on, Sarah.
Travel-
Seat belts.
Make sure you're traveling lights. Make sure you've got provisions, camping gear, the usual bits and pieces you'll need for a long road trip. Torches, campfire equipment, provisions.
Yep.
Water. Make sure you got some water. But yeah, the rest is up to you.
Cool.
So are we travelling alone or part of a larger caravan?
It's the 4 of you traveling together.
Okay.
On horseback. Again, no caravan, no wagon, no trailer, but just you, your horses, and your backpack, and your saddlebags.
And the open road.
And the open road.
My backpack
And away
be a
you go.
bag of holding.
Look, I've been
No,
in quarantine.
can't
I've
be
been
a
eating a bit more than usual, but call them saddlebags is a bit offensive.
Yes. I like Joe. That was on the same wavelength as me. Shit, man. Any other questions? Right. Let me have a think. No, so we're just traveling, so it's not like we're on a quest or anything. Can't think of anything else. Anyone think of anything else?
No, not me.
Not that I can think of. No.
All good. So that is it. We will reconvene in a week's time for the start adventure. Then it becomes a fortnightly thing.
Yeah.
and we'll see how it will last for a few sessions. We're not going to go up a level every session. The encounters are quite varied. There's time for some downtime as well, where you get to do a bit of shopping, which I don't usually allow in my games, but you'll be able to do some shopping.
This means because we're allowed to go shopping, there'll be no money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got 2 gold pieces to spend between you.
Yeah, you're going to get robbed, easily. Right, so we will wrap it up there. And for you at home, check out our first episode. And this campaign is going to be called The Road to Baldur's Gate.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah, or The Hangover. I'm not sure which. It could be one of those. Right.
Crazy Mick, Lightning Road.
Maybe.
There's a take on Mad Max Thunder Road. Yeah.
Crazy Mick.
Crazy Mick, Lightning Road.
Right. And on that, we'll see you again soon. Tatty bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, invisible hand.
It's like magic. Look.
Oh, look at everything. Oh, I'm fingering you.